Hello, everybody. It looks like my audio is working. Welcome to Globers and Goblins. This is Cold Hard Chats. Today we're talking about episode 13, Over Your Shoulders. And with me today, I have our guest Glober from last week, Timo. I'm going to try your last name again. Mindpa.
Yeah, you're getting better at this.
Okay.
Yeah.
How you doing today, Timo?
I'm doing fine, thank you. And thank you for having me for the show.
Oh, well, thank you for coming on, because if you hadn't, I would be talking to myself.
Yeah, well, you get to do that in most games, so.
That's a good point.
Yeah. So let's go. Seems we have some people in the audience, so that's nice.
We got a couple of our regulars. We got Doxy, Craven, Mordick, and Robert Adset. So, like you said right before we went live, nobody expects us on time, so that's probably.
Yeah, we have more people, but they haven't said anything, so they're not visible. But hello to everybody from me, and let's.
I see Sir Little Wolf in there too. How you doing?
Yeah. So actually, a little request for the chat. If you have any questions, please ask them, and we can talk about them too. If not, we will just talk about something else. We are very interactive.
So, you were our first guest. I think it went pretty well.
Well, I didn't die except in the end, so I think it went well too. No,
did you die though? Did you though?
Well, yeah. Well, that is spoilers. I mean, not tell everything to everybody.
There was no body.
Yeah. And I only died because of time constrictions, so.
That's meta. No meta.
Oh, right, sorry. My bad. My destiny was written in stars.
In the leaves, I think. In the leaves.
Yeah, in the leaves, actually, yes. Nature clerics, right.
Oh man, when you first brought that character concept to me of Gench off the green, I lost it. It was just too funny, and I was just so excited waiting for last week to happen, and oh boy, you delivered. You absolutely delivered.
Thank you. And I had fun, actually. I hope everybody else enjoys my crazy stuff. I do like having this. I'm a kind of weird player in the sense that in combat I'm very calculative and very sort of strategy or tactic oriented person. A bit of wargaming background, so comes from there. Very important to know how to play. All the other stuff, well, it just, if it is funny or if it suits the character, you just do it.
Yes, and it was amazing. Completely just derailed everything, which can be the most fun sometimes. So yeah, that was great. You get a character that shows up who has what's the YouTube safe word here? Intoxicants. And I am absolutely going to lose Craig completely. Whatever's going on, I'm going to lose him. So.
Yeah, that's just true.
Yes, little wolf. Yes, little wolf. Green tea. Green tea.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I like the character concept. I have been thinking sometimes, just out of curiosity, what would it be to be a nature domain cleric? For those who don't play a lot of D&D, clerics are a very versatile class. You can have a lot of different type of builds,
especially in 5e.
Yeah. So, but you already have druids. So then I was thinking, well, what's the difference between a nature cleric and druid? And it is kind of hard to actually pinpoint what's the difference. So
a lot of it's down to how you flavor it, how you role play it. Clerics have a lot of their they have a lot of their channel divinity stuff. Druids really focus on the wild shape and stuff like that. That's really the core difference.
Yeah.
But you're gonna have that same like, nature person type feel to it either way. It's just a different way of playing it.
So actually, one of the things I thought that, if you had a guy who was not fully druid, but sort of druid, what are the differences? And that's a bit how I started building up Ganjov. And obviously the name was a pretty good joke from the beginning. I mean, it was like, you're just gonna. I think we came up with that at some point in our home group that we were mocking these names, and one of the comments was that I mean, Gandalf the gray, Gandalf the green, yeah, sure, and of
That's
course
perfect.
that fits perfectly. So. Sir Little Wolf, I'm only half Druish. Spaceballs reference. Thank you. That's a great movie.
And Robert Adset says, Craig is obviously my burden for past sins. I'm starting to think that.
Yeah.
Although my burden is much, much less than his, apparently. If you saw his 5 versus 1 the other day, that was.
Oh yeah,
it was good. It was funny.
Part of it, I didn't watch it all the way, but yeah, I mean, I can, in good conscience, watch a man beat up 5 unarmed people in a battle of wits.
Well, to be fair, 4 of them had fake weapons. They were clearly they were clearly posed, and in a lot of cases, really funny ones at that. I really liked Steve with the robot voice. He had some pretty funny stuff, and the fact that Simon was not a Poe, the clash there was just too funny. Is that he didn't know
watch it all the way in the end because I was watching it then I had to go elsewhere, and then I didn't finish it yet. But yep,
yeah, it was funny. Craig had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But you're not here for that. You guys are here for Glovers and Goblins stuff. I see Chrismer is in the chat. Wrong place for you to be. We also have, I apologize, it's either Aza or Isa. I know you're here frequently. I just don't know how to pronounce your username. I do apologize. And we also have Facty. How's everybody? So last week, towards the end of the session, it's no longer there because I cut it out. But I said that next week, Medic Zeance would be our next guest. I was wrong. I said it quite proudly too, which is kind of annoying. Oh gosh. I just completely lost my train of thought. Well, okay, yeah, no. Merrick Zeance, he will be on episode 15. Next week for episode 14, we will have Dapper Dino as our guest Glober.
Will he be playing a T-Rex? Obvious question, can I ask? Not judging.
No, he's not. I'm surprised he didn't ask me if he could just play a T-Rex, surprisingly. No, he's not.
I have to leave something for the next show.
Although now you got me thinking I might have some random wizard come in and polymorph him into a dinosaur at the end just for fun.
Yeah. That would make... I mean, there is the one point about T-Rexes is that they're handy. Not big, but small handy.
Oh my gosh.
I don't know. Bad jokes, I know.
But yes, we've got Dapper Dino coming on next week. Merrick Zeance is going to be our next guest. And then I heard a ding.
Hey.
Oh, you showed! Oh. Is it because I yelled at you?
No, I was going to join anyway once I got the opportunity.
Oh, okay. I thought it was because I yelled at you. I was going to apologize, but I don't feel bad. Why is Streamlabs not doing the points thing? I don't understand.
I had a problem with my computer earlier, and I had to do a factory reset, and I'm just now getting all my stuff back on my computer.
Gotcha.
Yay!
Okay. Yeah, that can be frustrating.
Yeah.
But after Mayor Xeon's, our next guest after that will be Mrs. Sick.
Oh, sweet.
Yes. She will be episode. Hold on. Dapper Dino's episode 14, Mayor Xeon's episode 15, and Mrs. Sick will be in episode 16.
I gotta finish that first.
I do have 2 big names in the works. I'm not going to say them now. But I'm really excited at the potential for these 2 guests coming on because they've got a lot of subscribers, and if even a fraction of them come over and watch and subscribe, we're going to blow up.
Ooh,
so,
nice.
Yeah. Again, not going to haven't confirmed either of them yet, so I'm not going to say the names yet. But they've both said they want to, and I'm working on it. So, yeah, excited.
Excellent.
And Asa says, OMG, tell us now. Nope, sorry, not going to do that. Although, now that Ranty's come over, he's kind of the big name. I want to see if he plays D&D, because I wouldn't mind having Ranty on here. That'd be pretty fun.
Yeah, I heard that he actually saw some picture and figured out that, that's not flat.
He's not a flat earther anymore.
Yep.
So I would love for him to come on as a guest Glober now that he is a Glober.
That's true.
Get it? Yeah.
That'd be awesome. That would be awesome.
Yeah. So I think I'm going to reach out to Cats. I already said it out loud here, but I think I'm going to reach out to Cats and see if Ranty is even remotely interested.
No, you never know. Never know until you try.
Worth a shot. So, Grismer, what did you think about episode 13, Over Your Shoulders? What did you think about our guest, Ganchoff the Green?
Oh God, that was that was a unique. Can't say I've ever experienced that before.
I sucked.
No, it didn't suck. I'm just saying it was quite unique.
Yeah.
I had a blast. I had
it was fun. It was fun though. I didn't appreciate the ambush, but yeah, that happens sometimes.
Yeah, but when you stop on your trail and get high, they will try to get high.
Well, he's a pirate. I mean, Sorrow is a pirate, so of course he's going to try every drug known to man. And Drow.
Yeah.
The name of the episode was Over Your Shoulders, and the previous episode, I did say you most likely will have to be looking over your shoulders. So you stop to smoke a plant. Yeah, you're going to get ambushed. It's going to happen.
Yeah, it's
you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Absolutely.
You give a pirate some weed, he's going to smoke it. I mean...
Yeah, that's the point. It's not actually weed.
Yeah, we kind of got that after the poison that we experienced.
Yeah. Dave has that effect on some people. He can be irritating.
And a little behind the scenes info on that. The only reason I didn't have the poison affect you is because I just kept forgetting. Every time one of your turns came around and you rolled your attacks, I just completely forgot to say, you have disadvantage because of the poison. So I just decided to bullshit and say, no, I'm not going to have the poison affect you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Isa, for joining the Discord, and I'm going to take that opportunity to plug the Discord. If you check in the description of this video, you can get a link to the Discord and pretty much everywhere else we are. We do have a Facebook page, but there's nothing on it yet, so I don't have the link down in there yet. I don't do Facebook, so I'm just really dragging my feet on that one. But the Twitter link's in there. Twitter is World of Akala. It's my Twitter, but I just changed the name World of Akala. We're on Twitter. The Discord link's down in there. The Patreon link is down in there. And I also want to say thank you to our current patrons. We've got Merrick Zeance and Battle Bob at the Goblin Boss level, and of course, Throw the Dwarf at the Bugbear Chief level. I will never, ever stop thanking Throw the Dwarf for a million reasons. I'm pretty sure I mentioned it last time, but his YouTube name is now Throw the Dwarf and sub to Globers and Goblins, and he just goes and throws $1 super chats everywhere on YouTube. Our subscriber count would not be as high as it is without him. So, yes, thank you, Throw the Dwarf.
I have to say, if he worked in the advertising business, he could take over the world, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was genius. Someone else just joined the Discord. Their Discord name is Stumble. I don't know who that is, but thank you for joining. Aza says, I've started a Facebook account purely to laugh at flirfs, frauditors, and just idiots in general. Yeah, I have, I left Facebook a long time ago. I mean, I still have a Facebook account because my fiance tags me and stuff, and I go on there and look at the stuff she tags me in, obviously. And I still message people using Facebook Messenger because, I mean, Facebook Messenger, like everyone's on Facebook, but yeah, I stopped going on there on a daily basis like years ago just because too much stress. So trying to get myself into running a Facebook page for the show, I have no motivation for it whatsoever.
Yeah. So actually, Chrismer. I'm sorry, I forgot the name. I don't remember if I asked this from you in the earlier chats when I was watching. Do you have a lot of D&D background? Have you played the game a lot?
Yeah, I've played. Let me see now. My first time I played, I was around 16 years old, and it was either first or second edition.
Okay, yeah. So.
And then I kind of didn't play for a while. Then about 21, I started playing again, but the time it was at the third edition at that point. And then about 4 or 5 years ago, I played fourth edition for quite a bit, for about a year or so. And now I'm back playing again. So it's
it's on and off, and you've tried it all.
Yeah.
That's actually a really respectable history in the game. So,
yeah,
how do you find the 5th edition?
So, wait, what? What did you say?
I said that, how do you find the 5th edition? Is it like...
The 5th edition, one thing I do miss is daily powers. Because the daily powers are usually like something incredibly strong, but I mean, it is what it is.
Yeah,
they removed that for better powers overall. So I mean, better abilities overall, rather.
Yeah, 4E had a lot of crazy stuff like that got kind of reworked into like the fabric of the classes and stuff like that.
Yeah, like the class. What are the class abilities or the
yeah.
In 4E, it was much more like pick and choose. Like you could pick a whole bunch. Like if you had a certain class, you could. There was all these different like powers you could pick that you could do. It was very, very, very video game like in 4E.
Yeah. Yeah, it was.
Whereas 5E, they try to theme a lot of stuff for each class.
Yeah. So what about Vishanti? And well, I think Greg doesn't really know much about D&D.
No, he said he played a long time ago, but to basically think of him as a complete newbie. He says multiple times when he brings up the show on his channel that he has no idea what he's doing, and even months in, he still has no idea what he's doing.
Yeah, and in addition to that, he doesn't know the rules.
But Shanti's been playing for a while as a DM and a player, and she's got experience in other systems too, like Vampire the Masquerade, which I think Chrismer you do too, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've played a little bit of Vampire the Masquerade in the past. It's pretty fun.
Okay. Oh, never tried that one.
Oh,
some experience. I know the game, but never tried that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Yes, haven't checked the rules and haven't played it.
So last week I had mentioned George's dog was sick, and I had said something about donations to the channel through Streamlabs would be going to him. Good news, they've got everything they need to get the dog the care it needs. I'd like to say it's because of our channel, but it's not. But they're all taken care of. So I mean, feel free to still donate using the Streamlabs link, but that money's going to go towards the show, not that. But yes.
Oh yeah, no. Sir Little Wolf has it completely right. Hashtag Team Malkavian. God, I'm slurring tonight badly.
Malkavian is a Vampire the Masquerade.
Yeah, it's a vampire. It's one of the houses or clans or what do you call them?
Clan. It's a clan that is tainted by insanity.
The people who speak crazy, basically.
Yeah.
I have
so it's the
old video game about it.
It's the Flat Earth clan of vampires, you're saying?
No. They're super intelligent, actually. They're actually hyper intelligent. Their intelligence is marked by their insanity because.
Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Well, some are hyper intelligent, some are dumb as a bag of rocks, but
what's the Rain Man type
the Chaos Clan. They're like Little said, they're the Chaos Clan. They're utter chaos. And some of them are actually untouched to where they can actually see visions of the future, but no one will believe them because they're insane.
Yeah.
Malkavian are the funnest to play, though. They're the most fun to play.
Probably. I mean, I do have to agree that playing a crazy or silly character is always sort of fun because then you can always overshoot with all these quirks they have.
Yeah.
So if you have some weird thing and you can just overshoot it so much that it becomes absurd. The best, of course, if you can do it so that you don't derail the whole game, but get your few laughs and.
Well, my last character on Vampire Masquerade in her human life, she was in acrobatics. What you call it? An acrobat, yeah. And she was like a monkey. She would just jump from she parkour everywhere. Nice. But of course, she was also Malkavian, so that led to some crazy hijinks as well.
Merrick Zeance has showed up, and he is now punching himself for being late. You don't need to punch yourself. It's okay. It's okay.
Just 20 lashes on the back, and then your sins will be forgiven.
You have to go with the real religious route, super chats, donations,
Yeah,
like the real religion.
It's a $10 penalty for being late.
Yeah, $10.
Yeah,
$15 if you want to get back on our good graces.
So, actually, I had a question regarding this whole arena setup that you have in the game. Is that like a really established long-time tradition?
Yes.
Or is that the reason?
It's an established tradition in New Braun, the White Wall Arena.
So we're talking like decades, centuries, stuff like that.
Probably more. Just trying to think. Yeah, you're probably looking at least a century. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So makes sense. I've been doing some of the guesswork on what the whole thing is about in the.
I have to
episode discussions and so on. So.
I have to get better at putting out a little lore about my world. It's all a lot of it's up here, a lot of it's on my computer. I just gotta get to typing it up and getting it out there for people.
It might be actually interesting to have. You could post them on the Discord in the
Frankie.
episode discussion. If there is something coming up in an episode, you could sort of explain a little bit of the.
That's not a bad idea.
Excuse me.
I can also talk about it here too.
Yep, that's true. But you can then you have some more like more in-depth explanations.
So I'm sure I've said it on the stream before. It's probably earlier on in one of the first episodes. But if you look at the map that I've had up since we started streaming, you'll see that the what is called on here the Southlands. That's what the people of New Braun refer to it as. Is green, and New Braun is all white. The New Braun and the Southlands, they're in the temperate zone of Akala. But the reason New Braun is a frozen tundra, basically, of ice and snow, is when it was first settled, its original settlers, Arctic dwarfs, moon elves, and iceborn humans, made a pact with the basically the god of the cold. The god of the cold, the winter, the ice, the snow. His name is Gald, G-A-L-D. I say his. They picture him as like a Jack Frost, Old Man Winter type. But gods really don't have a gender. That's just kind of how like the people picture him. But they made a pact with him to create, like to change, essentially change the landscape to suit the lifestyle they wanted, which was an icy tundra. It would not only it's what they like, what they were used, what they liked, preferred to live in, but it would also keep out people who didn't want to be freezing cold all year long and help isolate them even more from the other races that they did not want to associate with. And that was centuries ago.
So actually, how developed or how large is Inebron? How many people live there roughly? Are there a lot of large cities or just White Wall? Or, a little bit about the geography.
As far as number of people, I'm terrible when it comes to like that those kind of numbers. There are. You just want to make sure you can see the arrow. If you hear noise in the background, that's my dog. I apologize. He's destroying a box. Yeah, you can see my. I just had to check the stream. You can see my cursor. There we go. Okay, so you can see my cursor right here. So where the cursor is right now, there's another large city here. Whitewall, obviously, it's the main capital of New Braun, so it's going to be the largest city. But right about where my cursor is another one. It is, I don't know if hub is the right word, but there are port cities all along the coast, so they can do trade with the Southlands. And there's a major city right here. I don't know the name. I'm still in my world building phase, but I do know that there's a major city right here. It's sort of like it'd be like the second capital, so to speak. The
southern center.
Like the New York City to Washington, D.C., so to speak. Like you have the actual capital, and then you have the business center, if that makes any sense.
It actually does make sense.
Okay.
I mean,
good, because I didn't think it did.
No, I mean, I understand what you're saying, and also it sort of makes sense in a way that in a fantasy world, medieval travel is not that big, so you need a big local center elsewhere than the capital. So yeah, I can totally understand that. It makes perfect sense.
And Craven says New York City ! Question mark! Exclamation point. I meant it more a comparison of like function. Like Washington D.C. is it's the political capital where they.
Actually, you might have a good comparison if you compare like to Washington and maybe like Los Angeles, big building or big city far away might make sort of more sense.
I was thinking more like how New York City has all the World Trade stuff.
Yeah.
That was my thought process.
Okay. Yeah.
So hopefully that comparison works.
Yeah.
I see Orbitane Dash Cancel is in the chat. How's it going? Got to give you a mod badge here or a wrench. Where are we going? Add moderator. There we go.
So, is the continent or island, whichever it is it like wilderness mostly?
Say that again. I think Braun, right?
Braun, is it wilderness mostly, or is there like a large farming areas or something? I mean,
most of it's settled. There is a lot of wilderness. Most of the mostly around White. Yeah, I am on the right screen. Okay, mostly around Whitewall. You're going to get like whatever the medieval version of a suburb is. You're going to get the suburbs around Whitewall, leading into the more rural type areas, and you're going to get that same kind of development down here in the southern end. And the more wilderness is going to be kind of across the middle. And the three islands over here are called the Devil's Smile, and people tend not to go there. It's not the safest place for various reasons. There's some mysterious geological activity. There are dangerous creatures that aren't seen elsewhere in the New Braun. I say all this. If Craig watches it, he's going to be like, I want to go there. Screw the Asham province. We don't care about him. We're gonna go to the Devil's Smile over there. I want to eat those creatures.
That sounds very Greenspoint like.
But the Asham province, the Del province, they're going to be more settled. Not so much metropolitan like Whitewall in the southern major city. And I'm just going to be blatantly honest with you. These other two islands on here, I don't know. I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah. I'm sort of guessing the nation is a rather big naval power, so to say. They would probably have a lot of naval vessels, shipping, merchants.
Yeah, they sorry, I went to change one screen on my computer and got really good. There we go. Okay, got that open back up. So things like ships and naval forces aren't super developed at this point, but New Braun's going to have some pretty strong naval forces. They like to keep the border along the melting sea with the Southlands. They like to keep that very, very guarded to make sure that only people that come through proper channels actually get through. And they also need to keep all these islands on the side and the Devil's Smile. They need to keep everything nice and secure. New Braun and the Southlands, the people who live there, they don't call it the Southlands. It's High Willabrod is the name of the... I'll type it in the chat. I know I've said it on stream before, but I'll go ahead and type it in the chat. See, Craven Mordic says, "Is the melting sea a commentary on our current climate crisis?" No, it is not. It's called the melting sea because off the shores of New Braun, the water's frozen. But as you go farther out, the magic that keeps the continent island, it's really not the size of a continent. I call it a continent for political purposes, but the magic that keeps the continent frozen fades away. So you go from a frozen land to frozen water to it just melting away into the rest of the sea. Hence the melting sea. As you go across it, it just melts. Thank you for asking that, even though it was a joke, because you got me to explain a bit of what was on the map that I hadn't thought to explain.
And where are the armed penguins?
No penguins here. No penguins here.
Come on.
Yeah, you could have for this audience, you could have a great joke having the group fight an armed penguin guard. I mean, let's face it.
With Tommy guns. With magic Tommy guns.
Yeah. I mean, obviously there has to be a big ice wall around someplace, and they're guarding that. But
there we go. 1 second. Merrick Zeance is asking if he can join. Of course you can. I thought it was later than it was. I actually just typed in that I was going to end it in a few. It's only 5:37. For some reason, I thought it was like 10 off. I have no idea why. Where are you? Hold on, I'm in the wrong thing. Where are you? There you are. Okay. I need to add a role. Roll guest. Okay. Merrick Zeance, if you'd like to join, you should now be able to see group chat GNG and Baller Talk. Just pop into Baller Talk and you'll be on. Yes, on Discord. Yes. I'm assuming that's what DC means. Okay.
DC, of course, means DC Comics, so I mean...
Marvel's better. I would not say that with Craig on stream, though. But Craven Mordic, I wasn't going to read this out loud, but I'm going to because it's funny. And how does the cold affect Red Orphan's boob armor? No boob armor in this world. All realistic armor.
The boob armor? What am I wearing then?
Oh my gosh.
And what's Rince wind up wearing? I mean, he's that fat. He doesn't have moves. I mean,
okay, now you're just being mean.
I'm guessing Rincewind is more to the loincloth type of guy, you know.
All right. Merrick Zeance has joined the chat. Now, disclaimer, I've never spoken to Merrick vocally before. Okay, first time I'm hearing his voice.
Testing 1 2 3.
I'm having trouble hearing you, probably because my dog's destroying something in the background.
Maybe I will switch to PC.
Nope, you're good. You're good. I turn your volume up. You're good.
Yep.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'll try to other headphones.
Craven says, Little Wolf says, so she sticks out in the cold. Really? Craven says, boobs need armor too. Hashtag boobs lives matter.
Outside.
Just
no. Hashtag free the boob. Hashtag free the nipple. You know.
Free the nipple. Yeah. On a serious note, hashtag free the nipple. That's...
Okay, how is it going now?
Hey, Merrick, how's it going?
Okay, testing other set.
What's that?
Right now I'm on my phone, so it isn't the best solution.
No, but
I think it will be good for now.
Yeah, I can hear you. I can understand you. First of all, thank you for being thank you for being a patron. First of all,
no problem.
At the Goblin Boss level, it's much appreciated.
I love to support RPG games, so
it means a lot.
It will be just fun for me. About my interaction with you in the next game, it will be at next month, I assume.
It'll be what? Sorry.
I will join your game in next month.
Yeah, so not next week, but 2 weeks after that.
10th. Yes, that was 10th.
Is that Are you?
Can I just...
He's breaking up for me.
Okay, well, maybe I will switch to PC. Give me a second.
I can hear you fine now. Maybe it was just that 1 second. Also,
Okay,
again,
okay.
my dog is destroying things in the background, so I'm having trouble hearing. Yeah, but I do have you down for the 10th. I have you down for the 10th.
Okay, okay. Yeah. I'm gonna test, this week I'm gonna test the idea for my NPC on my sessions.
Do you want to give us any spoilers on your
get my
character?
screen.
That will be a secret for now.
Yes. Yeah,
Everything will depend from batch.
No. We're keeping that a secret.
Yeah.
Definitely keeping that a secret.
Don't miss the chance to see.
I have to work with the best name for my character. I have a few ideas. I don't want to tell them right now, but I think it will be quite fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would apparently that names are rather important here.
That will be some quite a combo of everything from the last few months.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah,
I'm excited for Merrick too, just about not for different reasons,
like
but
inside joke.
So while I'm thinking of it, we were talking about Throw the Dwarf, and we were talking about Patreon. The Patreon level that Throw the Dwarf is at, Bugbear Chief, and the one above that, Hobgoblin Warlord. Both of them have one of the perks is you can create your own NPC, and it will be in my game, as opposed to like with the guest characters, they show up and play their own character. The patrons, they can give me what I have as a description on Patreon. You come up with the personality and the name for the NPC, and I will work it into the game somehow. So for your money, that you'll see something that you came up with in my game. I've gone a little bit farther than that concept for Throw the Dwarf because first patron, I'm gonna give him the world. That's my dog barking at one of my cats. 1 second, guys. Hold on. Frankie! Sorry about that.
Animals? No problem.
Oh, kitty!
Animals really cute, but, not perfect when you have to stream.
Yeah, he usually doesn't bark, but when he gets excited, he tries to play with the cats, and they want nothing to do with him. So when he can't get to one of them, he gets too excited, and he can't contain it, and that's when he barks.
Yeah.
By the way, if there's gonna be a big problem if I don't know exactly the landscape of your campaign.
Oh no! I can give you the relevant details.
Okay.
But Throw the Dwarf. Sorry, I'm getting distracted again by my dog in the background. So where is it? I had it up a second ago. Where did you go? I need like 3 more monitors. Yeah, there we go. There it is. Okay. So Throw the Dwarf has. Let me see. Redo that. There we go. Has come up with an NPC. Her name is Luna, and I will be introducing her in. I'm not going to give spoilers on how she's coming in, but the party will meet her next week. And let's do share your screen. Blah blah blah. Throw the Dwarf found an artist to draw the character.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get that big screen. There we go. That is Luna and
I
her.
saw the work in progress.
What's that?
I saw the work in progress.
Yeah.
He was putting some updates.
Yeah. This is Luna with her Winterwolf companion. Winterwolves are typically large. This Winterwolf is much smaller than the normal. There's a reason for that. Again, spoilers, but yeah, this Coming through a little blurry on the stream, but it'll look much nicer next week when I have it up through Roll20, hopefully. Whoops, I don't know what to do. But yeah, this is some pretty awesome looking art. I love the armor. The shield looks just completely badass, and I really like the art for the wolf. And I didn't know that he was gonna have the wolf have its own armor, and it looks so awesome.
Look out on FTF. He could have some trauma after last flares. Furry flares.
Oh yeah, right.
But you'll notice Luna has a tail and ears. She wears her armor is glamored armor, like Sorrow wears. So the ears and the tail are part of the illusion that the armor creates to, in a way, English language is failing me. What's the word? I was gonna say like empathize, but that's not the right word. But basically to kind of feel more like a companion to Yuki, which is the wolf's name.
Just say what it is. This is just a furry warrior.
It's a what?
Furry warrior.
Well, if Throw the Dwarf wants to characterize Luna that way, then he can. But
hey, great, very nice drawing.
Yeah, it is.
But she will be introduced in one form or another next week. Yeah, I think that was the end of my thought. Let me look back at the chat and see if anybody's asking any questions. Cosplay. Yeah, cosplay armor, pretty much. Craven Mordic? No. I'm not reading the question out loud. Just answering it. If you guys look at the chat, you'll know what I'm saying no to. And the Little Wolf says, when I can't get kitty, I bark too. To what I was saying about my dog. Oh my gosh. Anybody in the chat? You have any questions for me, for Chrismer, for Timo, for Merrick, anything? I mean, I'm gonna regret saying this out loud. I'll answer anything about my campaign if you want, as long as it's not spoilers for the story.
I was just about to ask who was planning to kill them. Oh well.
So, let's see, it's 10 off. Yeah, if we don't get any questions in a couple minutes, I'm going to call it, because I've got to make dinner, and then I've got my home game. But I'll give... I'll give the viewers in the chat a couple minutes if they want to ask any questions. I can't wait.
Meanwhile, actually, I have a question.
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it.
Yeah. Do you plan to do a lot of these plans for the people from the globe community or Flat Earth community?
Say that again. Do I plan?
Do you have to? Do you have a plan to have a lot of these people from globe or Flat Earth communities in the game? You know, Bob, Nodell, Truth.
You mean as an NPC or as a guest?
As an NPCs mainly.
Like caricatures of like I had the ogres were Jason and Davey, and I have Robert Noah of the Odell province is Bob Nodell. Yeah. I have introduced another one that nobody's caught on to yet. I've been waiting for someone to catch on to it, but they haven't. But yeah, I do plan to keep introducing characters with very punny Flat Earther names. Just because I get a chuckle out of it. Even if no one else does, I get a chuckle out of it.
I can relate. So,
but yes, I do absolutely plan to do that.
It is the own joke for the community, you know, the people who know or watch these videos of you know, Craig and a lot of the other debunkers or who are aware of the Flat Earth people. I'm sort of expecting to see more of them because it is always fun to find them in the game. And go, oh yeah, right.
So got 2 questions. I'm not sure if the first one is serious or not, but I'm going to answer it anyway. What will be served at the wedding feast for Rincewind and Red Orphan? Don't think Craig is going to watch this, so I'm going to go ahead and say it. Tofu.
By the way, there is any graphic of Rincewind?
What's that?
Rewind. Of FTF's character. Is there any graphics? I'm thinking about painting a miniature of him.
Ooh. Right now I'm using it's a give me 1 second. I'll pull it up. It's a Frost Dwarf from 4E. It's official Wizards art.
Give me a second. I have to put back in Discord.
20 assets.
Okay. Because I have some 3D printers and I can print a miniature and paint it.
Ooh.
That's incredible.
That's nice.
We're using lots of additional terrains and etc. on our RPG sessions, so we always prefer to use real-time battles, not just description of what's happening.
Yeah, that's the art I'm using at the moment. Obviously, Rincewind does not wear all that armor, but got the axe and got the helm. That's where I got the inspiration for the helmet horns from. Actually.
Okay. I think I could find something similar to that.
Okay.
Not gonna be a problem.
I think he'd really like that, actually.
This is gonna be a standard dwarf with 200 axe and just good painting.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, it could be cool. Now I have to only find a good 3D model for him.
A little wolf says, drench the tofu in the blood of something. He won't know the difference. I still think he would.
That kind of defeats the purpose of tofu.
You just tell Rincewind that tofu is a mystical animal, a monster that has been killed, and that's enough to get created.
I just can't. I just want to see the look on his face when he dives into a meal, and I say, "That's tofu." But Robert Adset says the blood of soybeans. Yes, tofu and soy milk. Yes, lots and lots of soy. We can insert hashtag Rincewind the Soy Boy.
Oh God.
See, I find that funny because I absolutely hate the word soy boy. Absolutely hate it. But that concept, that idea cracks me up because Rincewind's so, give me meat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate the word soy boy. Absolutely hate it. Anyway.
Soy Boy too.
Grumpy Old Man Joe says, are there dragons in your world? Yes. I'm not entirely sure that was a serious question given the fact that Jorah's hammer contains the spirit of a dragon. But if it was a serious question, I apologize for saying that.
And he's a dragonborn.
Grumpy Old Man Joe says, have him fight a tofu construct.
Oh my God.
Tofu golem. We need to fight a tofu golem.
Yeah, that's definitely.
Yes, that is.
It just absorbs everything. It's like it's undefeatable.
Oh my gosh! It's a gelatinous. A block of tofu is a gelatinous cube.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Oh my gosh!
Just less.
I have so many ideas. I'm gonna have to homebrew a tofu version of a gelatinous cube now. I'm just gonna have to.
I love Craven Mordick's Hashtag Rincewind the Soy Boy. That's going in a FTFE live stream.
Rincewind the Soy Boy.
Rincewind the Soy Boy.
Wow, this took a turn.
Well, I mean, you have to teach Craig a lesson. If he's not here to defend himself, he's gonna be made fun of.
Yeah.
If he's not here to defend himself, he's gonna get made fun of.
Yeah, I mean,
that's so backwards. Oh gosh. Oh man. I'm so happy I'm not here talking to myself. Thank you so much.
Well, we are here to enjoy the show and make it better.
And yes, you definitely do. Alrighty. It is just about 6 o'clock. I have to make dinner. And I've got my own game. I can't say this wasn't productive. I mean...
Yeah, I mean... actually, I would... I'm not sure if I understand this correctly, but I want to ask and check. Sir Little Wolf asked, when doesn't it take a turn with the squirrels involved? I have no idea what he means. But...
the squirrels would be my Derp Squirrels on my YouTube channel. Christopher and Derp Squirrels.
When doesn't it take a turn with the squirrels involved? That's
Yeah.
Yes, when the Derp Squirrels are involved, it will always take a turn. That is very true.
Yeah. Okay. But this actually reminded you had this one episode of the pre-campaign events, that happened in the history on the channel. Was that I think it was on this on the Clovers and Goblins channel.
Oh, the Freedom Fighters campaign. Yes, the Freedom Fighters campaign.
Freedom Fighters, yeah.
Do you plan to have a continuation there? Do you have more episodes planned?
Yeah, I have to finish editing the second one that we did, and I do eventually plan to keep doing more with the Derp Scrolls for Freedom Fighters. Yes. Yeah.
Nice.
Because
I'm really enjoying that campaign, and Raisin is too.
And the characters in that campaign, the NPCs, I should say, in that campaign, Neldor and Ereve, the ones leading the resistance movement, are fairly major characters in my game world. So,
yes, I love it.
That's nice.
I hear in the background.
Raisin is actually right beside me. She's trying her best not to.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
She can't hear anything because she's not connected.
No.
Right, but I can still say hi and she can watch it later. It's all good.
Yeah. Tell her we said hi.
Yes, they said hi. But yeah, she said she is enjoying the Freedom Fighters campaign as well. So
I'm loving the Freedom Fighters campaign. It is epic. I had my lips stitched together. It was funny.
Yeah, that was.
And if you want to know what I'm talking about, you have to go and listen.
Yep.
I have to finish putting that second episode together. That was great.
Stop talking about the dice.
No, the dice tell me everything.
No one knows what we're talking about. Everyone watching is going to be so confused.
Yeah, everybody's just confused now because
what? Okay, now I have.
I watched the first episode. I mean, I sort of know what you're talking about. I don't know the details, but I understand the references. It was funny. I mean, I love. There was I think it was Patch who said that the one guy who was supposed to die keeps on surviving, and the big bad evil guy.
Yep.
Oh well, he's dead.
Yep.
Like 3 hits dead.
That's like awesome.
Completely ass backwards.
I just love that all our characters somehow, we didn't even talk about this.
Yep.
They all came out to be based on luck. All of us. It's just like something mysterious that happened that day. It's just, like my coin, EMPs,
loaded dice,
and Tala's
dice earrings.
Earrings.
Yeah.
All luck based in some way.
So just randomly happened to fit together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's.
I love my Time Lord coin though. That was an awesome idea I had. I just love the idea of her having to flip a coin every time she has to make a decision.
Yeah.
You know that's going to screw me over at some point, right?
Yeah, eventually.
All right. 6 o'clock. Time to get out of here. I'm hungry. I know my fiance's hungry. It's dinner time, and I think my dog's hungry because he's eating cardboard right now.
Hey, Batch.
Yeah.
You have some conception of models for FTF's character.
Yeah, I see him in Discord. I'll look through him in a minute.
Okay.
All right. So, usual. Like the video. Subscribe if you haven't. All our links, again, are in the description if you want to support the show. Obviously, we're not monetized yet, but you can become a patron. Or if you just want to donate, you can use the donation link in the description for Streamlabs donations. Or you can go to globersandgoblins.com. There's a donation link on there. Anything's appreciated. And if you can't, best way, I don't usually say this because I always forget to say, but share the shit out of us. Twitter, Facebook, whatever. Our sub, we've got I think like 100 subs in the last like month and a half. We were up to 332 last I checked. So we're growing fairly steadily. I'd like to grow faster. But that said, thank you everybody for watching live. Anybody who's going to be watching later, thank you Timo, Merrick for coming on. Thank you Charisma for coming on as usual. We're going to have episode 14 next week. I have not come up with the title for it yet, I don't think. I don't think I have the stream up yet. I'll make sure to do that later today. But Dapper Dino is going to be our guest next week. Not Merrick Seance. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Anybody have any final thoughts before we go?
Dude, that's so cool.
Hey man, pass some more Dave around.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Sorry, just had to.
Dave's not here, man.
Oh man. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.